Okay, we are back. This is Mercury Bard. We're playing Morrowind. After our last stream ended rather disastrously when we couldn't walk forward without hitting a bunch of invisible walls, but Zorro actually suggested that we try walking backwards, which worked. We are now at the Alchemy Ruins. We paid an annoying little Osmer quite a lot of money to bring us here. Don't bother, we've already tried clearing the rubble, it's just too dense. Alright, where's this captain that we've been told multiple times to go find? I don't think... landscape tearing. So I think it was a memory issue that was making it impossible to walk forward. You are not the captain. You are not the captain. Why am I hearing, like, wind chimes? Oh, I bet that's the ship's bell. That's what I'm hearing. I'm trying to find this captain. What are you doing here? No one's Signaire. Okay, so a Nord. Probably. Bathmore. Nope. And there we are. Well, 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 look what we have here. Who are you? Speak up. So you're Deja Blackeye the Scout. That's nice. I'm Signaire, captain of the Storm Raiders. Yes, we're outlaws, if you hadn't guessed. And you've made a mistake by coming here. You see, this place is ours. We found it, we claimed it. So by setting foot on this island, you're encroaching on my land. Do you see the problem here, Deja Blackeye, the Scout? But we can get by this little hitch, I'm sure. Signaire and the Storm Raiders are nothing if not merciful. Yes, I think this could end quite well for both of us, actually. I have a deal for you, Deja the Scout. Are you listening? Let me explain. As you can probably tell, the lads and I are outlaws. Pirates, they call us. Now, it's true we do like to take our fair share of merchants' coffers if they're foolish enough to come sailing through our waters, but stealing petty fortunes from simpering merchants? Bah, that's no way for a man to make his living. That's not what the Storm Raiders are about. Oh, so what are the Storm Raiders about then, Master Signar, you ask in an appropriately demure tone. To which I reply, it's complicated. Let's just say that I have an axe to grind with a certain force of Imperial Legionnaires. More to the point, I'm not here on pirate business. I'm here because I'm after something very powerful. Something very special. Have you ever heard of the great Daedra Hermaeous Mora, Deja Blackeye? Have you heard of the Augmen Infinium, the book containing immeasurable knowledge, immeasurable power? That's why I'm here. It may even be why you're here. The thing is, we haven't found it, and we've looked, trust me. We've been camped out here for days. Nothing. No mythical artifacts, no shrines, no altars, not even a runt of a scamp to sink your blade into. But I think there's a way into the deeper ruins, a secret entrance, so this is where you come in. I will tell you about this secret entrance. I will even help you find it. Then you go in and find the Augma Infinium if it is to be found, and you'll come back out and give it to me. In return for undertaking this risky endeavor, I'll let you keep any other treasure that you find in the ruins. Everything except the Augma Infinium, and more importantly, I will let you keep your life. Can't forget about that, can we? So what'll it be, Deja the Scout? Live or die? Do you accept your proposal? Fine, I'll do it. Sensible move, very sensible. Okay, here's what you need to do. I think that the secret entrance into the deeper ruins is in the water. You see that giant sinkhole in the middle of the island? It goes down a long way. Swim to the bottom, right to the bottom, and you'll find the door. Probably. Here are some things to make it a little easier, eh? Wouldn't want you dying down there. Ha ha ha, now get going, and don't come back up without the Ogma Infinium. The name is Signer. What else do you need to know? My life story, my hopes and dreams and passions? Ha! If you've got something to say it, otherwise get out of my face. My trade is whatever I feel like doing on a particular day. If you keep asking, maybe my trade for the day will be elf beheader. Get the hint? You're supposed to be fetching it for me. You've brought a friend, have you? Strange place to take a friend. Dangerous place to take a friend, in fact. They call us pirates and brigands and smugglers. All those things are true in a way, but where they go wrong is that they say all we care about is looting passing merchant ships, when in truth is we've got bigger plans. I've got bigger plans. I'd much rather we weren't indebted to a ragtag gang of bandits. However, I do not care what becomes of the Ogma Infinium after I'm done with it. You're free to give it to Signer when I'm done with it if you wish. We'll find it. There's no other way. Perhaps, if all goes well, I'll be able to introduce you to her. I've already met her. I'm not overwhelmed with joy at the notion of working alongside bandits and low-life ruffians, but if this is what Signer said about the shrine within the water is true, I will overlook it. This is gonna suck. Time to go for a little swim. Can't see shit. Not even sure if I'm swimming in the right direction. Maybe I am? Oh, I think I am. Huh. Something strange is happening.
How are you?
Where are we? Is everyone here? Is everyone alive? That's not what I intended to do. How do we get out of the water? Dreg shield. Steel broadsword of hewing. Silver arrow. Quality restore health. Sucks to be these guys. Dwarven spear. I found the lost shrine of Hermaeous, Mora. Interesting. Here, take this shield. Yeah, that's what I thought. This must be the place. It must be. Can you not feel it pulse with power? We're so close. Now is not the time for idle talk, Deja. Be on your guard. This is it. This must be it. We have found it. Now that's all left. All that's left to do is treat with the Dajic Prince. Yeah, about that. Olin? Let's get you topped off. Constance, behave yourself. How do we get down here without dying? Claymore? Wonder if he was a Dwemer at one point. Fortunately, they all seem to be focused on me. Fortunately? I think we lost you.
Finished.
Latte, could you please not die for no reason?
This is too easy.
What can latte do for you?
He doesn't have anything like that. Ugh.
Not really.
Okay.
forfeit my mercy.
We just lost somebody. Or gained somebody? Not sure how that's working out, but... You did okay, Constance. I was worried that you would not survive very well. You and Latte. That is quite a lot of undead in URL. Look at the corpses of my people. Look at the ruins of my home. Are you not satisfied? Does it not please you to see me suffer? Hundreds of years alone in the darkness with naught to gnaw on but the bones of my own kin. And now you come to me with greed in your eyes, and I'm so very hungry. Who are we fighting? Her. Okay. Okay. Olin's level 11, Arves is 28, Ralos is 19, he's a knight if anyone was curious. Latte is level 17. Where is she? I don't see where she could have come from, but maybe that's by design? What do I have to resist poison? Oh, I do have one. Paralysis and poison, okay. It's in the satchels. Can I make a potion to be helpful here? Oh. have many chances at this, but we can try. While that's going on, I can put pictures in my sketchbook. Banners. Do I really have 99 pictures already? Wow. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah. We'll sell all of those. Someone will take them. Definitely have a lot of pearl and diamond dust, but it is what it is. No, my potion failed. Resist paralysis. And my robe should be improving my alchemy skill, to be honest. score. Watch it have some terrible side effect to it. And that's probably not gonna work out well for me, but oh well.
I'm so hungry. I could eat a rat.
That could be arranged. I don't know which of the 3 Dunmer men back there is grumbling, but... I definitely need to put poison on my damage of some kind.
Could really use a glass of Flint right now.
Unfortunately, I don't have any with me, Arvessa. Sorry.
You
Scepter of House Alkalami. Alkalami. Blunt weapon. Who's using blunt? I think you.
Our sugar is yours, friend.
Yeah, Latte, if you want to use this, go right ahead. Surely that was the last of the shrine's unpleasant surprises. A demonic serpent queen, what next? I don't know. I just like the fact that I was actually able to make a potion that helped. All the ones that I pulled, all the sketches and stuff. I have watched you make your way through the world for some time now. You are not like the others. I knew that your path would one day lead you to me. You seek the Ogma Infinium, but you will not find it here. It is not fitting that mortals hold the tomb in its full power. Yet for your efforts, I am willing to grant you a taste of the power of Hermaeous Mora. Talk with your follower. Settle among yourselves which of you shall receive my favor, for there can be only one. This is it, Deja. With this power, I can finally bring my Nariella back from the dead. You will let me receive the power of the Ogma Infinium. That was our agreement. You'll be welcome to any other treasure you find here. You can have it. Oh, thank you, thank you. You feel an enormous rush of energy, surge of energy rushing by you. You hear Ralos run off into the distance. I've allowed Ralos to receive the power. He thanked me profusely and left in a hurry to use it to bring Nariella back from the dead, leaving me alone in the shrine of Hermaeous Mora. Great. Who's ancestor ghost? Can we please get rid of this?
Endure our sorrows.
We must endure our sorrows. I don't think there was any treasure to be found here, except for what she carried. That would be quite the painting. He is not going to be happy when he finds out that his dearly departed Nariella was the necromancer he sought to kill originally. How the hell do we get out of here? Oh, that up there. I think I have some scrolls. No, really, how do I... Okay. No, really, how do I get out of here? Civi intervention did not work. Look who it is, Deja Blackeye the Scout, scrambling out of the water like a starving horker. Just the elf I wanted to see. Now, have you brought me the Ogma Infinium? I couldn't. The Daedra refused to give the Infinium to any mortal.
Vivian, you're dead already.
You worthless fool. Didn't I tell you not to come back without it? You shouldn't have come back. This is annoying.
Don't deserve to live.
need to remake that painting. Alright, let's get out of here. Always. Always!
How does it feel to know death is near?
Nobody die back there, okay? Is everyone alive? Am I alive? Ugh. Come on, let me do a quick check. Boys, spread out a little. Alright. Healing. I'm healing all one, not Constance, but he needed topped off anyways. I think the only one who made it out unscathed was Latte and Arvessa. Julian, where are you at? Don't tell her I said this, but Constance isn't so bad. She may be trouble, but she can be very sweet. She reminds me of someone I used to know. Okay.
winds guide you, friend.
Heal me, please. Thank you. The ghost is in the water. Let's see if these guys have anything useful on them. One drake. One single solitary drake. Oh, hey, latte. Kite and gauntlets. We were looking for some of those. Grave ward amulet and his key. Expensive pants. Adamantium axe. That might be worth taking back as loot. Do I have netch leather? It's in the satchel somewhere.
Warm day to you, friend.
Latte is excited to announce he has devised a way to create the perfect set of bracers. He plans to remove any uncomfortable elements from the chitin gauntlets and add padded leather to create a comfortable and protective bracer. Latte believes this is the solution to the issue of gauntlets not fitting Khajiit well. He labors for an hour and puts his new armor on, evidently pleased with himself.
Blessing of the 2 moons upon you.
Latte is blessed by the wisdom of Masser. He has been granted insight in how to make the final improvement to his armor. This journey requires us to return once more to the Shrine of Azura, this time equipped with not one but 2 danger cards and a grand soul gem. Latte is confident this final step will elevate the protection of his armor offers to a new level of excellence. Awesome, Latte. Awesome. Glad we could be of assistance. Is that everybody? Oh, because we had Ralos, that's why we had 6. On the journey here. Now, the question is, how do we get back? Because I bet that little fetcher far gone is long gone. Not my favorite, but it's a nice one.
You're hardly a match for me.
You should run now.
Within reason.
I wonder what's over there. I don't know. Let's figure out what that little island is. First we have to get past all these sailors. Probably want to kill us for killing their captain. Yep.
You can't escape me.
Where is that slave?
They never know.
Didn't mean to bring you this far. We need to go report back into Naminda about bandits. And here we are exploring
Blessing
the
of the
forgotten
Daemons
Daedric
upon you.
Shrine.
Our sugar is yours, friend.
Do you think we should go explore the next island over or get the ship?
Not at all.
Okay. Latte says we should go take the ship.
Run now. Those are long bastards to mess with.
Ah, crap. What is that command?
Yes?
Alright.
Surrender or forfeit, my man.
I'll
You will die where you stand. You're growing weak.
I should probably take a health potion.
We fight fair. This bout is
I'll see you dead.
Onwards. Surrender or forfeit, my man.
Sorry, Arvessa. Where's
No
Latte?
time for idle hands.
Latte? There you are. Where were you?
Unexpected.
Julian. It's a little funky looking, but... Nah. Any greaves in the crate? Natch leather. What are you wearing now? I don't think you're wearing anything, so natch leather it is. You look kind of dumb. Hi, Constance. I knew this could end badly. I knew the Daedra aren't to be taken lightly. I'm as prepared as I can be, and it might not be half. I know this. It's the chance I have to take. I don't know why I'm writing this out. If things go well, I won't need to leave an explanation. If things go badly, I'll likely not be around afterwards. Still, if things go wrong and I end up dragged to the depths of oblivion or something else, I want there to be a record. I want there to be some piece of paper which shows clearly that I did what I did for a reason. And not just because I craved the sight of blood. Now me, I don't care if people find it or they don't, but for the life of me, and I don't know why, I feel it's the right thing to do to leave this here just in case. It has to be here. So, it started when I was just a lad, back in those days when I was as straight cut as they come, always doing what I was told, always listening to my elders. Ha! That lad of 15 summers wouldn't even recognize me now. I remember that I'd wake up every morning before the sun came out, take Pa's little creaker out onto the middling water between the shallow taper of the shore and the hollows of the ocean, take the rod and fish, then I'd come back in, bring the load back to the house for Nessie and Ma to turn into something edible, something only they managed to do, something they only managed to do every now and then I'd go out into the woods to roam. You see, we were 2 hours' walk from Aldredania, back when it was an actual fisherman's village and not just an old Velothi ruin. There wasn't anyone my age to be with, so I roamed. Nowadays, I don't even remember what I got up to. Perhaps I played make-believe that I was the king of the woods. All I know is that I got lost in my own head. Sometimes I'd spend hours there and not realize the time until my belly started to gnaw away in me, the sun already halfway fallen out of the sky. But one day, things were different. One day I found her. Now I'm of the firm belief that it's a man's business to be strong and to take the world and all its unpleasant surprises with a stiff upper lip. Never have I seen anything more pathetic than a man who cried like a woman when things went wrong, or retched his guts out like a child. But at least one of those two things did I do that day when I, a lad of 15 summers, came across a body. It wasn't the body's being dead that did the trick. It was what was done to make her that way. She had narrow, deep little slits cut across her skin and all over, riddling her flesh like a million maggot-ridden sores. I ran home and didn't tell a soul. 2 days later, the Imperial Legion came knocking. They talked to Pa, said a lady had been found. An Imperial of good standing. Something must be done, they said, looking at me. She'd been interfered with in the way which evil men sometimes did to a woman, and she'd been murdered. The order of 2 of those events was anyone's guess. And then they started asking questions. From the way they asked about where I went, how long I stayed out, what I'd been doing 2 days hence, I knew they'd already made up their minds about me, so I ran. These days there isn't a Legion mongrel on Tamriel who could outrun me, but you have to remember I was a lad of 15 summers. They caught me. One of them hit me, gauntlet and fist straight through the mouth, and I tasted warm blood and felt the tickle of my teeth rolling about at the cusp of my throat. You're a monster, they said to me. I spat at them and they hit me again, and then they took me away from my family. Whenever they talk about men in prisons, they use the word rot. He rotted in the cells, they say, and you think of men in their prime being whittled and wasted by chains and hard labor down into skin-clad skeletons. I didn't rot in the cells, I flourished in them. I was beaten black and blue by guards and prisoners alike until one day I realized it didn't matter that I was only a lad of 15 and a half summers. I had to fight or die. I fought. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost. Losing was hard. Sometimes I thought I would die. I had things done to me, things people on the outside wouldn't believe. I was beaten so badly the guards needed to pour healing potions down my bloody throat to keep me alive. I was hung upside down from a wall by manacles for so long I was sure my head was going to explode from the pressure. Other things happened to me which I imagine weren't that far from what happened to that woman I found in the woods, but one very important thing happened along with all of that. I grew strong. I went into those prisons a lad of 15 summers, and I came out a man of 29. It took me another 2 to gather my own crew. We started out small, raiding the smaller vessels. We moved up through the ranks, taking on rival cutters, then neighboring syndicates. We branched out. Smuggling is easy money if you know how to sail and who to talk to. But I never forgot the endgame, the same endgame I have now, to make the mongrels marching around in Emperor's Steel suffer. Once the crew was big enough, we started on taking Legion patrol boats. I'd give the men strict orders not to kill any of the troopers, and I'd kill any man who disobeyed. I'd line the troopers up on deck. I'd tell them that I was going to cut their heads off. I liked watching their faces, noting the difference in them. Some of them were men, and they tried to stay strong, though I could see the slight trembling at the corners of their mouths. Others wept like girls, and yet more pleaded in broken voices. I'd silence them and tell them again I was going to cut their heads off, and then I'd give them a choice. First I'd hold up my axe, a fine antimanium piece taken from the ship of a trader based in Almalexia. Then I'd hold up a rusty little silver dagger, and then I'd let them choose, the quick kill with the axe or the slow hacking with the dagger. They'd all ask for the axe, of course. Then I said no, and I put the axe away and looked each one in the eyes. It's the dagger for each of you, I'd say. At that point even the strongest man broke a little. And then I'd go down the line, one by one, sawing off their wretched heads. I knew that some of them had wives, brothers, children. I know that some of them, maybe even most of them, were just doing their jobs. I know for certain that none of them were among the 2 troopers who first took me to the prison, or any of the other troopers who acted as guards in the prison. Those faces I've had burned into my dreams. I know that some of these men whose head I slowly sawed through one by one were good. But that's the thing about being hardened, isn't it? The prisons didn't make me into a law-abiding citizen, they made me into a weapon. I've taken exactly 31 heads now, but it's not enough. It'll never be enough. That's when I turn to a different tact. A smuggler who runs in wide enough circles picks up things about the Daedra, things about black magic. Now I'm no sorcerer or enchanter, give me the axe or the dagger any day. But I don't deny the power of the darker gods, fickle though they may be. The Ogma Infinium is supposed to be the well of the world's secrets. Ancient secrets, dark secrets, and knowledge, as they say, is power. An axe gives a measure of power, a bandit crew a larger measure of power, but what this Ognum Infinium? The stories are all what they've made out to be. The Ognum Infinium would give me power enough to make the valleys run red with the blood of the Legion. It doesn't take a wise man to see the gaps in my plan, but this is what I am here for. This is what I'm going to try to do. If it fails, and it could well fail, I'm ready to die for my mistakes, or be dragged down into some endless pit of oblivion. I'm ready. Nothing has ever seemed real enough for me to cling to since that day they took me away. Nothing has ever seemed worth holding on to. Infamy, wealth, power, and 31 skulls worth of vengeance, and still it seems worthless. A man is supposed to be strong, but I wish I could be weak sometimes. I never want to be one of those lily-livered men who cry on the streets when their sweethearts turn them down. But sometimes I go back to the woods where I used to roam as a lad, and I look around and wait for something in my heart. Something meaningful, but there's nothing. My heart is as white and empty as snow. It's funny in a way. Wasn't this what I wanted, to be a strong man? Now I'm the strongest man of all. Nothing, not even the thought of death or worse torture, scares me. But it's not a wholesome strength. Even a fool can learn how not to care. I'm ready for this, and I'm tired of deliberating. Death to the Imperial Legion or death to me. It can only be one or the other. Either way, I'm ready to be set free. So ends the long, self-indulgent drivel of Signier. Even after all these years, I still don't know who or what I am. Signier, Captain of the Storm Raiders. Bah! Okay, that was gruesome. We're going to have a little Flynn to make up for that mess. Slave key.
We must endure our sorrows.
Yeah, Arvessa, I hear you. His were a little much to hear. Oh my goodness. That is quite a lot. Oh, that's a roll. We can't draw on those. On her skirt. That's interesting. think I have one of those major Akashi's lock splitter. I guess I don't. Your sleep breaks as you feel someone slipping something into your pack, but by the time you're fully awake, they're already gone. Oh great, what am I going to figure out? I still have the weird book. Both of the savages find me. I have no idea. I have so much junk in my pack that I could not tell you what just happened.
You can't escape me.
Your opponent.
Hey, what are you doing down here? Latte, stop dying. I don't know, he did that last time too. Orchestra Reeves, my lad. That looks good. Hey, do you think I should shave my head? What? Or just shave the sides, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? It's your head. Do what you want. I guess the trouble with shaving is I don't have any tattoos or piercings, so it might look stupid. I know I'm meant to be voiding suspicion, but I actually wish I looked more of a Lothi, more like an Ashlander. I don't want to seem like I'm ashamed of my culture. Why don't you have any tattoos or piercings? Scared of needles? Scared of needles, Sheogorath, no. It's just that among my people, body markings show your status within the tribe. Your age, your rank, if you're married, if you have sons, stuff like that. Me, I have no status. I never even went through the initiation rituals when most boys get their first marks. Outcast, remember? Couldn't you get piercings or marks on your own if you wanted? I don't understand. What meaning would they have in that case? What would be the point? What's so important about them having a meaning? Receiving an earring or a tattoo from an elder, a parent, it's a mark of shared respect and trust, of family and belonging. It's not just sticking holes in yourselves. If you're so concerned with the culture of your tribe, then when they rejected you, because they're still my people, okay? They just are. Even if, look, it's complicated, all right? I don't expect you to understand. Well, being an outcast is still no excuse for letting your mother cut your hair. How do you know that my mother... Hey, stop that sniggering. Come on, we have more important things to do than talk about hair. You're the one that brought it up.
Just have to let them back.
They never learn. Onward.
Who are we fighting? Skooma, pillows, skooma and pillows, skooma and pillows.
Excuse me, Sarah.
Have you come to let us go free? Please be quick. So cruel these men are, so cruel. Thank you, I am free.
You have need of a loyal servant?
No, I do not. What I have need of is... Where's our Kwame egg?
We work hard for you. Ease your burden.
My sweet Signaire, I was not at all happy with the last batch you sent along. I know you can do better than that. Remember, she must be a comely Argonian, preferably a maid. Most importantly, she must be good with her hands. An appreciation for innuendo is optional, but would be most welcome. Payment is as usual, CC. I think we all know who wrote that note. They're just smuggling anything they can get their hands on, huh? Damn it!
This is too
Hey!
Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
I'm thirsty.
Excuse me, Sarah. Excuse me, Sarah.
Alright.
Whatever you want.
I don't suppose there's a way to drive the ship. I think the next island is that way? We got some water walking potions from somewhere. That's water breathing. I thought we had water walking, or did we sell all those?